My name is Jaben Melville. I'm a mechanical engineering transfer student. Engineering abroad experience started for me last year in this room watching the delegates return from the second trip that Cabrillo was taking down there. It really turned me on to the trip in a way that I could not go on this amazing once-in-a-lifetime experience. So mobilizing with 15 to 20 people sometimes as a group, and traveling thousands of miles to a foreign country to do engineering work to help people in need is something I never expected to do at a community college. At Cabrillo, I was just going to come back here and take what credits I needed to transfer, and there was amazing opportunities, and this was one of them. So not only did this experience exceed my expectations, but I was amazed at the courage of my fellow students to try something new and do things they've never done and travel far away to some place they've never been. The patience they showed to everyone, the international community and each other in our college. As a big group, it takes longer to move, but you can get a heck of a lot more done. I was also amazed at the kindness and ability everyone exhibited. My peers, my mentors, and the Guatemalan people. They were so kind to us. Being the third annual trip to Guatemala, I felt trusted when I came there. They knew us. They knew we were coming. It spoke to me of the respect and the great work that trips before the people that have gone before us from Cabrillo down there have done. So I felt like at home right when I got there with the homestay and all my with everyone. Even though it was our first trip to Guatemala, felt really welcomed by the people and the village that we were going to work for. This is the last day of the year. I believe was our first day of work at the job site. We saw how much they had in store for us. They really had high hopes for us, and they knew, it just said that they had a lot of confidence and trust in us, and they were ready for us to tackle 3 projects, and we wound up doing even more than that. Here's some piles of raw material for their school that they dumped out of a truck along the road, and then we had to move it by hand down to the site. So we got buckets together, and some had the bright idea to do a bucket brigade. And so pretty soon, we were all working together the whole day, and we moved 2 tons of aggregate down to maybe 100 yards away. You can see the piles in the background down here. So we came all the way around down the road and then down to the work site down there. So that's a good side of their schoolyard and the school buildings as they go along. And I felt very trusted to be working on one of their best buildings in town, the school, and that's their future, so it was an honor to work on it. So we learned local construction methods, which were new to me, and I was really interested in how they went about building this building in there's volcanoes and seismic activity, but they trusted that by tying these cinder blocks together in a certain way at certain levels in a grid with rebar, that it would be a strong enough building for a school. And they mixed concrete on the ground. There's no mixers or mechanical mixers, so you mix it in a pile on the ground. It's volcano style, as they like to call it. And here's the upper tanks. Communication was the key, and thanks to the Spanish-speaking skills of a lot of our students, we were able to take the time with the villagers. Here's a picture of the mayor of the town, the standing mayor of the town, Don Miguel, and he was a very dignified gentleman who would come around and check on us and just patiently communicate, and at the end gave grand thank you speeches for us and all the work we did. Here's the erosion of the soccer field. That's a project I worked most on, so although I didn't work on the tanks and much pictures, other people will cover that. So this is the chasm. Ben gave a little perspective on how deep the washway is there, and that's the corner kick on their soccer field before and after we filled it in. And you can see the trees are about the same height. I tried to line up the picture so you can see how much fill and this whole hill came out. But by the time we were done. We had to survey the field's existing grade and fix the cause of the erosion, not just fill the hole. So it turned out the field was all draining to that one far corner, and it washed away. So we we surveyed it, made a plan, so it had more even drainage, and fixed the up above. There's the drainage, the runoff that came from the top and upper portion of this hill. It's very steep terrain, the whole place. We were hiking up and down hills, and we got a tractor and started digging deep into the corners of the field. It was pretty, to everyone's amazement, it was pretty big change to their field, the existing field. I love the tapestry and the weavings of Guatemala. That's the only thing I knew about Guatemala even a couple years ago, pretty much, except for where it was. But our whole experience had to be put together with many aspects and pieces over a whole year, and so much planning and preparation from everybody. It all wove together, and for like the perfect 2 weeks of work, we were so effective down there. So it's pretty amazing. So adios amigos, and as addition, they had a lot of firecrackers down there. Not just, I thought it was just New Year's when we showed up, but it was all the time. So.